The Department of Justice reaches a settlement agreement, folks, with Facebook for engaging in discriminatory housing advertising violations. The lawsuits claim Meta, changed their name, that's Facebook, Meta's housing advertising system discriminates against Facebook users based upon their race, color, religion, sex, disability, familial status, and national origin. Among other things, the complaint alleges that Meta, Facebook, uses algorithms in determining which Facebook users receive housing ads, and that those algorithms rely in part on characteristics protected under the Federal Housing Administration. This is the DOJ's first case challenging algorithmic bias under the Fair Housing Act. Under the settlement, Meta will stop using an advertising tool for housing ads. The settlement will not take effect until approved by a court. This is what we call redlining in the 21st century. Matt?
That's exactly what it is. And we know that data has been weaponized to continue discriminating against people. So I'm glad that DOJ took this case and that DOJ has reached a settlement with Meta. But I think it's important to see how that really bears out and what that's going to mean, not only for Meta, but for other large, platforms like that have an opportunity to suture the gap between, people in terms of discrimination, and hopefully we'll see continued enforcement. But I think you're exactly right. That's precisely what it is, redlining.
And unfortunately, when you look at the impact, Brianna, of these social media companies dominating, like Facebook, like Google, we need to have a vigilant DOJ to ensure that we're not being discriminated against in the virtual world. Brianna, if you hit that mute button one more time, like, I don't know what the hell is the problem with you not remembering. You keep hitting, girl, you gone. You're gonna make me straight cuss you out, but gone.
Yes, but no, I think that's very important because, we say the virtual world, but the virtual world has so much become our real world. And we see this with the cryptocurrency. We see this with now cyberbullying, where a lot of things that affect our day-to-day is actually housed in the virtual world, in Facebook, and how Facebook has won elections or lost elections. And so a lot of things that we dictate on where to buy a house or what to buy, et cetera, is targeted through not just Facebook, but a lot of the other mediums too. WhatsApp uses the data too. And so as it was previously stated, data is being weaponized. There's very great things we could use the data for, but unfortunately, when we go into, the details of it, it's problematic because our nation in itself, right, is still at the racist base. And so a lot of the systemic things that we see in our real life, and we're now seeing in our data life, our virtual life, and it's carrying out and it's being destructive to us. And so I'm glad DOJ is trying to, piece of it, help that.
Jason.
Yeah, no, I just echo what my two colleagues just stated. I think that, we always think of, the data and the algorithms being zeros and ones and not necessarily being able to discriminate against people, but we're finding out and learning more and more. And the experts have been saying this for a while. I remember being at a lecture with a housing expert at the University of Maryland who was saying this very same thing, how these algorithms are working against potential home buyers, particularly home buyers of color. And so we need to recognize that these things, are not just these computer algorithms, that they can't discriminate, that they're just zeros and ones, that they actually do have real world implications that can harm certain communities. And I'm glad that hopefully Meta's going to have to pay up well.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Love our new Alexa.
It's a Buick.
Yeah, Alexa.
Buick.
Alexa.
It's a Buick.
It's an Alexa. It's a Buick. It's an Alexa. Coach, that's a Buick. That's an Alexa.
The Buick Enclave with available Alexa built-in.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
Oh, no punches! I'm real revolutionary right now.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Hey, Black, I love y'all.
All momentum we have now,
We have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, there's a difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart.
Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig?